Hello, hello. Welcome to the Get At Gaming Plus podcast. I am one of your hosts today. I sound like I'm on an airplane. I'm here today. My name is Alex. By the way, over here is Ben. This is Get At Gaming Plus, where we apparently think we're on an airplane, and we also talk about nerdy stuff. So whether that's comic books, video game news, anime. We haven't really talked about anime yet, but we will someday. But some things that we're going to be talking about today. Cyberpunk. Blah, blah, I'm so shocked I can't say it. Cyberpunk 2077 news. Got some new Disney trailers for you, as well as the Nintendo Direct happened. We talked about our predictions last week. So if you want to go ahead and go listen to that first, we'd really appreciate it. Find us on podcast services pretty much everywhere at Get At Gaming. You can also find us on YouTube. If you search at Get At Gaming Podcast, you can find us there. And listen to that last episode. But again, I am Alex. This is Ben. Ben, how are you doing?
Oh, I know I sound more hoarse than I normally sound on a regular basis, but I have a little bit of a cold / sinus infection.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You sound the exact same to me.
Yeah, I don't feel like I sound the same, but I'll be popping these halls and my water, and hopefully I'm better. This actually is kind of funny because I was on a call earlier this week, and they're like, "God, you sound awful," and I like you saying that makes you think, "God, do I sound awful all the time?" I know I'm close to Steve-O's level, but not yet there. I still got some
time. Well, so when I had to answer the phone for work once, I answered from a different thing, like with not my actual like nice mic here, because we used to have the Yetis, and then now we
Yep.
have these nice Elgato Wave 3 mics, and I had to use like a headset mic, and my previous boss was like, like, who is this? And I was like, no, it's Alex. Really? You don't sound like this. What's happening? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I sound completely different, I guess, with a worse mic, which, shocker, that makes sense. but at the same time, it's just kind of strange. Like, really? I sound like a completely different person because you're not hearing me through this amazing microphone?
I mean, I used to have the snowball microphone,
I remember
and
those.
when I was practicing the podcast and getting ready before we started doing it, I was like, "God, I sound like crap," you know. But yes, so hopefully by next week I'll be better. Be back to my same old $1 million self.
$1 million, $6 million, right? $6 million man.
I mean, if I didn't have all these kids, I probably would be in the $6 million range.
All you
So
have is just a bunch of NES games. You buy it quite a few times.
I have I have such a bad habit with it. I have 3 coming this week.
Well, we always like to start off the episode is what we've been playing, as well as our hidden trophies, where we talk about all the things that we spend our adult money on. Ben, would you like me to go first, or would you like me to go first? I normally make you go first, but it doesn't matter. You get to choose.
You saw what I have. Do you have more stuff than that? Or
No, I just have one thing.
I'll let you go first since
Okay.
I've got like 3 things.
All right. So, because of the direct, we're going to talk about some stuff here. I remembered that a certain game exists. I have a gift card because of birthday and stuff happened recently. So I have bought, for audio listeners, I'm showing Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh, whoa, it's my green screen. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Yeah. So I bought that for Nintendo Switch. I used to own the original Xenoblade Chronicles on Wii. I pre-ordered it when I was working at GameStop. I also got the last story, Operation Rainfall, that kind of stuff, where people were trying to get these games localized since they were already in English. They were just PAL regions, and then I supported those games. There's one more that I didn't support, but there were 3 of them total, and yeah, Xenoblade was one of them, and I didn't like it. So like I didn't really enjoy it. I want to say I got like originally I said 2/3 of the way through. Someone told me that's not right, so I don't know how far I actually got through. But yeah, I started this a little bit. I'm barely anywhere because I just got this like Sunday, I want to say, and it's fine. It's fun. It's definitely combat. I can definitely see why past me did not enjoy it. The combat is very auto. Jeez, very auto battly.
We're a hot mess right now. Let me
Yeah,
just say.
hang on. I need some water. Mm.
So with my ailments going on, Alex is, sneezing, coughing. We're just a hot mess. We're fine.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's just really dry in here, to be honest, and that's probably why. And I just sit here all day in this exact place for work. Anyway, this game is so bad it made me sick. But no, this it has auto battle type combat, so very MMO styled. And now that I played like Final Fantasy 14 and stuff recently, I understand it more, I guess, or have an appreciation for it more, because you're very much just, as long as you're close enough to the enemy, you're auto attacking, and then you have your bar of where you can like choose your different actions and things, and there can be one for healing, and you wait for its cooldown. There could be one for like a side attack, special attack, and there can be one for a back attack, and yeah, you can do that for different characters, I guess, as well. I'm only really playing as Shulk so far, because I don't even have like his weapon yet. Like that's how early I am. I don't even have the Monado. But yeah, it's I'm interested to see where this goes. I've seen stuff about it where like comparisons between the original and the new one, and even without seeing that, like yeah, it looks a ton better. The game seems to run fine, which was my biggest concern, because it is an open world RPG. I was afraid that like the frame rate was going to take a dip, but it is just a Wii game, so like it shouldn't be that bad, and it's not. So I'm looking forward to playing more of it. Yeah, and I need to find the others. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Well, it's a Wii U only game for now. Who knows? And then there's Xenoblade Chronicles 2, as well as the DLC and stuff for both this one that I have here and 2. The DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, like I guess, is like so big it's like almost kind of as like its own game.
Wow.
Yeah, but like those are harder to find because they just aren't out anymore. I thought Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out not too long ago, but apparently not. And yeah, they're not really like in print, or like you can't find them at a game store. I'll have to go like searching around at a local place. But yeah, that's really all I have. So playing um playing this, bought this. Oh, well, I don't want to say what else I've been playing because it's kind of a spoiler for the direct. So
That's understandable. Well, since he doesn't want to spoil, I'll talk about what. So I have actually some hidden treasures. I want to go on a little bit of a thing here. People out there, your significant other, obviously Valentine's Day just happened, and your significant other bought you. You always get things. Be with somebody that understands who you are, like in that. So I bought my wife a Harry Potter purse, and she knows it. It's not here yet, but she knows it. And then I sent flowers on Wednesday. But what she got me proves that she understands me. So first thing I got was Indiana Jones. It's all 4 movies in 4K remastered. I've been wanting that one for a while. I'm not a big fan of Crystal Skull, but
I was about to say you got 3 great movies right there.
yeah, and my wife's like, I think you should give it a second chance. So now's my chance to watch it and be like, oh man, this is awful.
Shia LaBeouf in 4K.
Yeah, but the first 3 are amazing, and so super excited about that. Then this is why I said get with a significant other that knows you well. The second thing I got was this. So this is the Neo Geo Mini. It looks like an arcade machine. It's got 40 games on the system. There's an HDMI out, so you can plug it into your TV. That comes with, you can actually buy controllers as well, so you can use this as a system to your TV. Um, I know, right? And I played it on that system. They look great. I can only imagine bringing it up on the TV,
So does
but
it have like Metal Slug and stuff like that?
I think it's got 3 Metal Slugs, ton of King of the Fighters, but then it's got, yeah, 1, 2, 3. It's got 5 Metal Slug games,
Wow, that's awesome.
but then it's got the cool ones like Top Player Golf or what was the other one? Ghost Pilot, Last Resort. They've got the wrestling game they had. They've got, of course, Samurai Showdown. But they've got Magic Lord as well, which was one I played a ton in the arcade.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Neogeo back in the day, there was like 1 or 2 kids that had it. I only knew 1 kid in my entire school that had it, and his parents were just very well off, and they bought him everything. Wasn't
Yeah,
this?
I never knew anyone who had it.
Yeah, I think the system was $1,000, and the games were like 150
They're
to.
like the size of like 2 VHS tapes.
Yeah,
Something ridiculous. Like
anyone,
they're thick.
yeah, anyone that's ever watched Video Game Nerd, he has had episodes with Neo Geo, and you can see how big those cards are. Um, but that was like awesome. And then for myself, because I like to buy things for myself every now and then because I
Mm-hmm.
deserve it, I finally stepped up and got a Pro controller.
I'm proud of
Um,
you.
yes, I have used it a couple times. Uh, excuse me. The difference in this compared to your $30, $40 controllers you can get for the Switch, night and day. This thing is way better.
Yep.
Um, I'm noticing like things on games where you have to have quicker control. Yeah, that thing is fantastic.
I will say though that the D-pad isn't great, so you're better off with your other controllers that you have, as well. Well, controllers like your NES, that ones that you buy, and like if you had the SNES or like N64, like those D-pads are a lot better than the D-pad on the Pro controller. Unfortunately, there's a lot of you're going right, but it thinks that you're going diagonal up or something like that.
I wish that I got the Super Nintendo controller when it was out, and I was like, "Oh, I'll get it later, no worries." I wasn't expecting it to sell out, but yeah, this is what she got me for Valentine's Day. So again, everyone that listens, whoever your significant other is, be with someone that knows you, because she obviously knew me well enough. This is what I wanted. So props to my wife who does listen to the podcast.
Yeah, for sure. And
So,
just for everyone's information, I'm currently taking applications to be my significant other, so I can get free stuff as well.
yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Just had
Now,
to say
I
that.
will. It's funny because like I have other friends with their significant others, and or their wives or their boyfriends or whatever, and they share accounts, and they're
Hmm.
like, "Oh yeah, I got this and I bought them this." I'm like, "Well, that's not really free because you share accounts. We
Yeah.
have separate checking accounts.
Hmm.
Win-win on my end." She's gonna listen to this podcast. I'm gonna so much shit later.
The first podcast she ever listened to.
She will be on the next one, sitting in the corner watching me as I talk.
Yeah.
Oh,
But anyway, you got anything else to share with us today?
no, that is my ones for the week.
All right. Well, like I said, we have some news stories here. I guess the first one, let me pull it up here on my handy dandy stream deck here. If I push the right button, because I named them like two similar things. Here we go. So yeah, again, if I guess I didn't say it on this. Maybe we're on podcast services, and then we're also on YouTube. So if you take a look and find us on YouTube at Get At Gaming, if you search Get At Gaming podcast on YouTube, you'll find us. It's just the easiest way. We don't have 100 subscribers yet, so we can't get a custom URL. So we really appreciate if you go over there and sub. But also a perk of watching the YouTube video is that you get to see our lovely faces, I guess. But also you get to see more of the interactive innards of the show. So, for example, we're talking about Cyberpunk 2077 news right now. You can see the news. I have it pulled up along with all the ads and stuff because I like supporting these uh, outlets, I guess. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get on it. So yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 PS5 and Xbox Series X versions are out now. I have lost the bet. One of the bets that we had for the year, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Gaming predictions. My number 3 was Cyberpunk 2077 next gen update will still not release in 2022. It's only February and it already released.
Yep. And you know, the thing is, yes, I win that point there. But is this a good thing? That's what I want to know. Here's what's funny. So they did their Project Red stream, which was about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know what they're going to talk about for an hour, but you and me were talking before. This game is a huge file. I mean, a really big file.
Yeah.
The new patch is 50 gigabytes. That's the patch. You know, I love it where it's like you get a trial version and free DLC. I will tell you, buyer beware.
Yeah.
I don't think that they can say whatever they want. I don't think this game is like 100% running. Now I've heard people on G4 say that, hey, I played the game on my Xbox Series X. I played it on my PS5. I'm having no problems.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I've tried to play this game like 4 times on my PS4. And even when I got my PS5, I did download it on there. And it just, yeah, I just gave up at that point.
Yeah, I heard some people when this came out on PC and stuff say that they didn't really have any issues with the PC version. But yeah, with consoles and stuff, yeah, it's definitely been a struggle to deal with all this. But so now, yeah, PS5, Xbox Series X people can finally enjoy the game. We'll see. We'll see if it's actually good. But yeah, the 5 hours is an interesting trial here because it's a new free trial. Lets you play 5 hours of the game, but it expires after 30 days. And it's used to entice people to buy it, essentially.
I mean, is 5 hours enough to catch it glitching or not working? That's my question.
Right after hour 5, it starts glitching.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, you know, like there, if you go down lower to some of the DLC, take a shower. You know, applies refresh status for 1 hour. You know, these little things that they're adding here, I get it. Now the patch notes here, this fixes a lot of the different things.
Mm-hmm.
My question is this game's been out for a while now, 2 years, right?
Yeah, about.
These things should have been fixed before we were talking about
Well,
moving to next gen. About a year and a half,
a
maybe.
little more than a year. Because this came out in 2020 November. So a little more than a year.
Yeah, because not this Christmas, but the year before,
Yeah.
I got it
Yeah.
as a Christmas gift. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think this has definitely been one of those, oh, look, we screwed up moments. You know, but if you look at everybody else that's had those, oh, screw up moments,
Mm-hmm.
Grand Theft Auto has done a really good job of fixing their errors really quick. The Definitive Collection. No Man's Sky fixed it super fast.
Yeah.
And now that's hailed as one of the best open world, you know, online games out there.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and that was just a small team too. Whereas this was a huge team, and I was really concerned when a while ago, we all talked about it here on the podcast, but when they said, "Oh, we're focusing on DLC," we're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, what?" And then, okay, it's free DLC, but you're also fixing a game supposedly. But the way that you phrased it, what sounded very stupid. It was just like, oh, we don't care if anyone can't get it working. We're still gonna work on the DLC, and if you can play it, that's cool. If not, sucks for you.
I feel that this game is not going to do very well anymore. I think they burned a lot of bridges at the beginning, and throughout this last year,
Hmm.
there's been no major support. Um, and so, yeah, I picture this Alex in about I'd say 6 months, maybe close to the end of the year. This is on PlayStation Plus for free for PS5. And we've not had like Witcher's never been on there, but I think Sony's gonna be like, here you go, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's kind of like that aunt that gives you soap for Christmas as a kid. That's what that would feel like to me. I if it works, great. I am not going to purchase it. I think my time with Cyberpunk is done.
Wait, don't you still have it?
Oh no, I sold that a while ago.
Okay.
I sold it on eBay for $28. Believe it or not.
Huh. All right. I mean, yeah. If it ever, yeah, I honestly don't really have any reason to go back to it unless it's on maybe PC, because at least I know that a PC can run it. Um, but yeah, I don't really have any interest of going to this game. Um, yeah,
Well, I don't know if you went down far enough, but um,
these are all still fixes. There's just a ton
right.
of fixes in here.
They they got sued by unhappy investors, so they had to like pay that money back.
Wow. But
you you don't
yeah,
see that very often. You rarely see that because it's an investment. You know,
yeah, you don't see that often. I mean, I'm sure we'll see that soon with in television when we talked about that last week. But
that should
yeah,
be interesting.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much Cyberpunk 2077 news here. Like, yeah, the update's available now, and all of that, but it's not. I don't know. You can try it if you want. If you have the game, let us know. Let us know in the comments. Let us know on Facebook, Twitter, and all that. How does it run? Does it run well? Let us know. All right. So the next thing I'd like to talk about, news stories number 2. Um, we talked about a little bit of this trailer here. This Doctor Strange uh trailer for a bit. So um yeah. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness had a trailer, and it's very interesting. Let's just say
It was.
that. Um we did do our first reactions on YouTube, so you can find that. Honestly, I'll probably just put that up on the day that we did it. So you can probably find that right now. You can find that right now on YouTube. Go ahead and search Get At Gaming, and you should be able to find our reactions of us watching the trailer as well as talking about it a little bit afterwards. But yeah, to get a little bit of a feel for that, yeah, I thought it's very interesting. I don't really like Doctor Strange in general, but this movie is getting me very excited for the multiverse and all this kind of stuff. I don't want to spoil too much of the trailer, but there was a surprise voice we heard, and I'm fairly excited.
Yeah, and I know we went into really great detail on that video, so definitely check it out. Um, when I saw this, I was very surprised. I thought it looked great. I love Sam Raimi. Um, I think the first Sam Raimi film I watched was Evil Dead 1 and 2.
Hmm.
Um, Great films, and the fact that they're giving him another chance at a Marvel film is awesome. So,
Yeah.
super excited about that. And the trailer does look great. It looks like the whole, you know, Marvel, like what we're wanting, that big level Marvel film. That's what we
Mhm.
want. I know Eternals didn't do very well, but this looks what everyone's been asking for.
Yeah.
It looks dark, really dark.
Yeah, there's certain parts of this trailer here, like I'm showing a bit of it right now, just silenced and looped. But like yeah, it looks very horror like, and I'm looking forward to it a lot. To be honest though, I'm gonna say this. I didn't say this on a Reacts. I don't think I'm gonna go out of my way to go see this in theaters. I'll say that. Spider-Man was the only movie that got me out of the house to go to theaters. Um, yeah, just the way that the state of the world is right now. Again, um, I don't feel compelled to go to a theater, so I could really wait for this. Um, I'll be really excited regardless. I'm hoping the TikTok algorithm doesn't just spoil the whole thing like it did for you with
Right.
Spider-Man. um,
Damn you, TikTok.
yeah, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna see this unless there's some breakthrough
Well,
here soon. This comes out in May, is that right? Or is it March?
I think it's May. Yeah.
Okay, May, is it May 6th? Yeah, May 6th.
I will tell you, if you look at Shang-Chi, now this is a little bit further out, but Shang-Chi came to Disney Plus real quick. You could rent it. Excuse me. You could do that whole whatever it is where you own it digitally or whatever on there um, for like 20 something dollars. I mean, that could be the way you watch it. And it is in 4K. I mean, it runs really well. So, if you don't want to go to the theater, that could be definitely something. But yeah, I liked this trailer a lot. I think it looks really good.
Yeah, and the next trailer I'd like to talk about here is another one from Disney. I forget, did you watch this one? Okay. This is Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I watched this a few times today because it just came out recently. Um, I have it playing again on our YouTube video right now. We did not do a reacts for this, but I want to pause right there. Oh man, was it plus and minus? There we go. See those box copies of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers? Ooh boy, I want. And there's an NES. Was that an advantage or no? That's
Yeah,
not an.
I think it is.
Or is it the pad or something? Advantage, I thought was the arcade stick.
I can tell you, I do have that game, non-box.
Hmm.
Um, now they had Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers too. Oh my gosh, that'd be the best.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they do. Also, that other one on the left has seen some days. Because if you look at it, it looks like it's bubbling. Like the left of the label in the middle where like Chip is like holding the tomato. It looks like it's bubbling or it's just a weird like lighting thing on it. Doesn't look quite great. But yeah, this movie is trying to pull a Roger Rabbit. Um, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where it's cartoons hanging out with real life things, and there's even Roger Rabbit right there.
And Roger
Um,
Rabbit's
yeah, but it's just like one of those entertainment I don't know, those like where are they now type star things, and it's interesting. This seems like this was made for adults. Like Monterey Jack has a cheese problem. We already knew he had a cheese problem, but he's clearly like cheese is drugs or something. Um and yeah, Dale had a CG surgery. So like he's CG but Chip is still 2D. Um yeah, there's even like this little nod here to Indiana Jones and stuff. But like, I don't know what to expect out of this movie. It's Andy Samberg and it's John Mulaney for Chip and Dale. Um, we got Seth Rogen in it as well. Um,
I mean,
I'm concerned.
I mean, I think it looks fun.
I'm
Uh,
hoping it's fun. It's also only on Disney Plus, so I'm gonna give it more out of it. Oh, the cats people. um, but yeah, I'm hoping
oh,
that it's gonna be fun, but I don't know if I would have paid money to see this, so it's a good thing that it's just coming out on Disney Plus. So
Which, by
I
the
will give
way,
it a chance.
if you're watching the video, the character right now, that's Seth Rogen, who does his laugh. I feel if you look at the people that are in it, it seems like it's Seth Rogen and his buddies, and they're all just like Will Arnett, Eric Bana, uh, Keenan, Michael Key, J.K. Simmons. Like, to me, that just seems like a bunch of guys that are going to hang out and have some fun. That's what it looks to me.
Yeah, for sure. I made a comment earlier with someone else where it kind of reminds me of 21 Jump Street, where like it's kind of like a reboot of it, but it's more of a parody of itself, and that's what this could be. I'm hoping that's what it is, but I really don't like the way that the characters look in their normal 2D look. They look they look CG, um, but they're like 2D fake CG. Um, they just don't look super detailed. Like they look more detailed in the cartoon that they're showing in the beginning, um, than in the actual like real life. Um, so yeah, that's my concern. I mean, there are a lot of concerns, but I don't know. I'm hoping that's good. That's all.
Well, if this does really well, it opens the door to like DuckTales. They already showed Scrooge McDuck in the trailer.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's old Scrooge McDuck too. It's not the
yeah,
new one from the new cartoon.
but you've got that. You've got Darkwing Duck, Tailspin. It just opens a doorway to a whole bunch of these,
Disney Afternoon verse.
right? Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I think it's
Yeah,
gonna have more of that adult humor that I'm looking for. Recently me and my kids watched Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I love that
And
movie.
they did not get like 90% of the jokes.
Yeah.
Um, but with Disney and Disney's licensing and who they all own, the amount of people that could just drop in this film, like character wise, is why I'm gonna watch it.
Well, who
Uh,
they don't own as well, because like it's very much like Roger Rabbit. Where is it? Let's do this. We're running for audio listeners. I'm showing the trailer a bit. Uh, where is it? There's a part where they're hanging out with well, first of all, there's this like not it's not Aladdin. Like it might be like Pete or someone because they have like the gloves.
right,
So like maybe it's Pete, and I'm really hoping it's Pete because I love Pete. Um, but they're riding on My Little Pony ponies that look dead. They have really like dead eyes. But like this isn't a property that Disney owns,
right.
so
Well,
that's
if you
interesting.
if you look at the Who Framed Roger Rabbit, it's the first time that Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse were in the same movie together and talking.
Yeah, that's true. And we haven't seen Mickey Mouse in this trailer yet, so I wonder if
Oh,
he's even in this. Well, as
he'll be
well,
he'll be there.
is Bugs Bunny in here too?
I mean, I don't
Who
know.
knows?
We were recently watching a Goofy movie, which is classic
I love that
movie.
movie.
The scene when they're singing along the highway. The thing that always gets me is when Mickey and Donald are hitchhiking, and Donald's pissed off because that's what Donald usually is pissed off. 99% of the time, Donald is like has some sort of inner rage problem. But
Yeah.
to me, that was like a little Easter egg sort of deal, or like when they're getting ready to go on the trip, and Max is like, "Who you going with?" He goes, "Well, I'm going with my best friend." He goes,
Oh, Donald Duck.
"Yeah." So
Yeah.
and I think there's gonna be like tons of Disney Easter eggs, which for me will make it worth my while. I mean, I don't know if the kids will really like it because they don't even know who Chippendale Rescue Rangers are.
Yeah, but I feel like they will soon. Or I don't know if they were referenced at all in the new DuckTales. I didn't really watch a whole lot of that, but the new DuckTales had a lot of that kind of stuff. Like Goofy was in it, and like he even showed like I know there's like a thing He shows his photo album, and like it has Max in there, like Goof Troop Max, and then it even has like a picture of him, I think with like Roxanne or something even. So like that's
Wow.
canon in that universe. And they're also doing a Darkwing Duck thing in there as well. So I don't know if there was a reference to Chip and Dale. There might have been, but yeah, they don't. A lot of kids don't really know Chip and Dale unless their parents are making them watch it on Disney Plus. So yeah, it's definitely made for an older audience. I mean, you
And we will
Seth
eat it
Rogen's
up.
there, so
Yeah, they had me at Seth Rogen. And
well,
you know what? Us older generation, we will eat this up and we will watch it.
yeah.
Um, I hope this is better than that NES movie that Neil Patrick Harris did.
I didn't even watch it.
I had such high hopes, and I watched it. I'm like, this is not fun at all.
So it's just like a Christmas story, right?
It basically is like that, but just
Okay.
not good.
I
Now,
mean,
I
I don't
will
like a Christmas story, so I guess you
that
just
home,
described a Christmas story to me.
I said that Home Sweet Home Alone movie was like hilarious. I laughed
Oh,
several
really?
times.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I love how Disney at least is doing new stuff just for the channel
Yeah.
or for the. I'm sorry for the app. That makes it worthwhile.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited for just to watch this in general, and also as well if you have Disney Plus, I think at the end of the month, we're getting Free Guy, that Ryan Reynolds film where like he's in a video game, he's like an NPC.
That was
So I've never seen it before. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that, and maybe I'll give you guys my reactions to that at some point. Um, but yeah, I guess that's really all I have to talk about Chip and Dale because we've been going on for a while in these first two news stories. But yeah, do you have anything else to talk about Chip and Dale?
no.
Okay.
I will tell you this. I will watch it when it comes out.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Same here. I will watch it as well. But this freeze frame that I'm on, you can tell he's CG
yeah,
on the
you could.
right. Like, well, also the ponies too. They're clearly just CG, but they look so dead inside. Like, I don't think they have a speaking role or anything. I think they're just writing through it. Like, they need to fix those in post if they haven't already, because they don't look good at all.
Yeah,
They don't even
and
look like the show.
and I'm sure they're gonna fix that. To be honest,
Yeah.
yeah, with it the way Disney does, they don't put out a product that looks bad in the CG department.
Yeah, but it's also if you look here, like it's a really quick shot. So like maybe they're just like maybe people won't notice. No, we notice. We notice everything. We notice this
Yes,
Robin Hood face with this aristocrat's head, um Wreck-It Ralph arm monstrosity here. Audio listeners, I'm sorry, you're not really getting a whole lot out of this, but yeah, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. It's a trailer, a teaser trailer. You can check it out, and the movie comes out in May as well. I'm trying to look to see May 20th, exclusively on Disney Plus. So it was always planned for Disney Plus as well. That's the interesting part. It wasn't planned for big time movie release. Um, so yeah, hopefully it's good. Um, our next and pretty much final news story today is the Nintendo Direct. Last week we talked about the Nintendo Direct predictions and all of that, and if you want to again take a look at that and listen to that, you can find that on podcast services or youtube.com. If you search for Get At Gaming Podcast, if you search for Get At Gaming Podcast season 3 episodes 5, I don't know if that'll pull up correctly, but that's what it is. So you can try to go find it there. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and talk about it here. Now I'm choking again. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in here. Before we even talk about specifics on the direct, did you watch the whole thing?
I did. I did. I did not catch the first 15 minutes.
Okay.
So I obviously missed a couple that are on this list,
Mm-hmm.
but I did watch the whole thing. I'm scrolling through it now. There's so much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And before we really get into it, real quick on a quick tangent, I'm sure Microsoft saw it. I'm sure Sony saw it. This is how you do it. This is directly how you do it. You throw in some heavy hitters, you throw in stuff that people know about, and then you throw in those completely like, oh my gosh moments
Yep.
that people are gonna freak out. And when we go into these, I'll talk about which ones those were. Um, but there was a lot to unpack here. I mean, just
Yeah.
for the time frame for what was it, like 40 minutes, they announced a ton of stuff in
Yeah,
40.
about 40 minutes. I will say some of these things that were announced were later announced for other consoles. So honestly, that's probably where I'm going to get most of these. But the exclusives, for sure, are really cool. So this thing that we're going on right now is just everything that you need to know that happened in the Nintendo Direct. It's written by Adam Bankhurst here over at IGN. The one thing I do not like about IGN is that they put stuff in a weird order. They kind of just do it in like the highlights of like, here are all the best things that happened first, and then the other things. Unless they're writing it backwards. Yeah, like I mean, I guess that's possible. I didn't think of that. Maybe they're writing it like live. Um, but I guess we'll start here. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was announced for September. Yeah, I thought that this game was pretty old. I mean, I thought it wasn't that old, so like that's why I was like, oh, that's weird. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, we're not gonna see a date for that yet. Oh, okay,
I
it's coming September. All right then. And then yeah, that's what made me buy this thing. Um but the Xenoblade Chronicles for the Switch. Um yeah, there's not really much to say here for me personally because I don't really understand it. But it seems to be doing stuff from the previous games. Um, and I think there's like multiple, like, I think there's kind of like a multiverse there, and stuff is starting to meld together. Um, but yeah, I'm not too sure about it. It looked pretty.
yeah.
That's what Xenoblade is for the most part nowadays. Um, the thing before that though was Mario Kart Deluxe, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Um, yeah, there's DLC for this. It's $25 for DLC for Mario Karts. But you know what they did, Ben? They
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 get
they
free.
they're giving it to you if you have the expansion pass. They're doing the thing that no one said they would do. Um, even though quite a few of us were like, if they did this, oh, they're gonna do this for their bigger games and just give you the DLC included. And sure enough, this is the second DLC so far. First one was Animal Crossing. Now it's this, as well as uh, N64 games and Genesis games. So yeah, it's 48 new courses with it's paid DLC technically, yeah, so you can buy it if you're not a member. But they'll come out in waves, 6 waves, and each wave will come with 8 courses. That's more than the current game right now. That might be more than double of the current game right now. That's a lot.
Yeah. You know, excuse me. And to go back to your point, yes, they are really trying to do this expansion plus, and I think this is great offering free DLC. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I have still not pulled the trigger on it because there's still not enough for me. You know, I if they put those, there's a couple Genesis games that they would put on there, I would totally do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a lot of N64 games, but this is kind of a big deal because Animal Crossing was $24. This is $24. At this point now, that's $50 worth of DLC.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Animal Crossing one seems pretty cool, but I feel like this is actually a really good deal to get that many courses for that amount of money. And you're getting it basically for free if you have the plus. So
Yeah, definitely. Um, so this was actually the first thing that they showed off, which was I don't understand my ads over here. They don't know who I am, so they're just giving me a bunch of random stuff on the right here. There's like Scott towels, diapers for like little kids. Like we just explained that I had no one for Valentine's Day. I
Right.
don't have kids. Okay, stop it, ads.
It makes you
Anyway,
feel, it makes you feel better on mine because of everything. It has birth control, so maybe they're trying to tell me something. I already took care of it.
don't worry about it, ads. Don't worry about Google. We got it. We got it dealt with. Anyway, yeah, this was the first thing that they showed off, which was Fire Emblem Warriors, Three Hopes. So yeah, it's Koei Tecmo. I mean, Koei Tecmo helped with the last Fire Emblem game, but yeah, it's another Warriors game, which is something that people didn't really expect. So that's interesting. And it's a Three Houses Warriors game, and Three Houses is fairly popular. I personally didn't like it, but yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything? Oh, I guess you didn't really watch that part, but do you have anything to say about Fire Emblem?
Nah.
All right.
There's a couple on here that made me like, oh my god, that's super exciting. That was not one of them.
Well, one of them that was pretty exciting was Mario Strikers.
That was one for me.
Yeah. So 5v5 soccer football game here. It's used to be out originally on the GameCube, and then it came. Wait, was it GameCube first?
I think so.
I think it was GameCube and then Wii, and then we never saw it again. But yeah, we have Mario Strikers here now, Battle League, and just in time for the World Cup, because I think that's this year.
Yeah, so it was on GameCube.
Okay.
Right now, it's almost $100 game right now if you wanted to buy it for GameCube. Like, this is what I was talking about throwing that one in there that no one saw coming. That's this. I don't think anyone saw it really coming, and to come out so quickly, you know? So, I'm not even a big soccer person, but I loved playing that. I had a friend that had it. We would play that crap out of that just because it didn't feel like normal soccer.
Yeah, I honestly though, I'm not a big sports person in general, but I really do enjoy playing FIFA. I haven't in a long time, but I really enjoyed playing FIFA up to like 14 maybe. And yeah, it was this game was definitely a fun time because it was different but still like a soccer game. So I'm hoping it keeps that attitude that the previous ones did, because it's very very teenager, very edgy, upset Mario and characters. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. That comes out on June 10th of this year. Next thing that was announced is Chrono Cross remastered for Switch, the Radical Dreamers edition. It comes with updates. You can change a bunch of stuff in there as well. Turn on and off encounters, enhanced soundtrack, enhanced visuals. You can turn on and off of those. Also comes with Radical Dreamers, which is a text adventure thing that was only on the Satellaview. So like,
how is that?
It's like an SNES thing, I believe. That's like it's like an online thing where you could like download games.
I remember that, yeah.
And so yeah, a Radical Dreamers was something that was lost in time and also lost in Japan only. But yeah, now we're getting it for the first time here. I've never played Chrono Cross. I still haven't beaten Chrono Trigger. This looks really cool. But if I'm buying this game, I'm going to be buying it probably for another console, because this is one of the ones that said it was going to be out for other consoles. So sorry, Nintendo, but you're not going to make money this time. You'll be getting it soon, though, for other things. Yeah, have you ever played Chrono Trigger? I forget.
Yes, I have. I got like halfway through, and then I just got to the point where it was just so hard.
Okay.
So, that one didn't do it for me either. I mean, I know it's got a huge cult following. I think it's great that they're bringing these older ones out, but I was like,
yeah.
On Ben's radar, it wasn't there.
All right. Next thing we have here is a Wii Sports sequel, Nintendo Switch Sports. And yeah, it's a new Wii Sports. It has tennis, chambara, so like swords, soccer, badminton, and volleyball. Um, Also, there's going to be DLC updates for free. One includes golf, and then there's one for soccer that lets you use the strap thing that comes like the leg strap that comes with Ring Fit. I think it's coming with this game too if you wanted to. But you can like kick and like actually like kick the ball and stuff, which is it's pretty neat that you could actually kick and stuff. There is like a mini game in the regular game where you can just kick inside the soccer part, but to actually play an actual soccer game and kicking at the same time, that's kind of fun that they're trying to make that work. Yeah, Wii Sports was very popular, so it makes sense to do this. And they're doing an online playtest here soon, and you can register for that on Nintendo's website. I think it's starting right now.
Yeah, I can tell you right now that I remember playing Wii Sports, and taking a Wiimote in the arm at full speed when you're playing tennis. I thought this was pretty cool. I think everyone loved that game. I remember when this came out, it got older people that would not normally game to buy the system. And I think they're thinking that maybe this might happen here. I don't see that. I don't picture my mom going out and buying a Switch. But
yeah, my grandparents they have a Nintendo Wii because they bought it because like they did Wii Fit and they did this game like the Wii Sports as well because it was a like it got to a certain like point where it was fairly cheap and it came with Wii Sports, and so like as far as they're concerned, oh, it's a thing that grandkids can play when they come over, and it's not that expensive, and it already has so many games included in it. They probably didn't know there were more games.
probably not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So, the next thing here, I rub my eye or rub the side of my eye. Excuse me. Don't hear me. Don't hear that, anyone. I'm not supposed to rub my eye. Anyway, Triangle Strategy. It gets the free demo. That will carry over to full game. Kind of cool. I don't know. Triangle Strategy. Looks fairly neat. It's Octopath people. But it's instead of doing a Final Fantasy type game, they're doing a Final Fantasy Tactics type game, and I feel like we've seen this game for a couple years now, maybe.
Yeah.
So like I'm not super itching for it. I'd rather play Final Fantasy Tactics, but yeah, it looks fine. It looks fine.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that. I think I probably have seen that trailer more on YouTube than any of the other ones.
Mm-hmm. Next thing here, I mean, there's a lot of things. I might just try to go through, speed up a bit. Front Mission and Front Mission 2 were announced, remakes of those. That's very interesting because like I haven't seen Front Mission in a long time. And yeah, those are fun little RPGs here.
Oh my gosh, I love I played the crap out of Front Mission. I mean,
Yeah.
no doubt. It was like Final Fantasy, but with like giant robots.
Yeah, for sure. The only real front missions I have experience with were like the later ones, like on like 360 and PS3. But the older ones I don't really have much experience with. But yeah, they're being remade and they're coming out this summer, or at least the first one's coming out this summer. The second one I don't know, but they said that it's coming out. Splatoon 3, they showed off a new co-op mode, Salmon Run. Yeah, that was pretty much it for Splatoon 3. It's just more Splatoon 3. Looks fun. I don't know. You have anything else about that?
Nah, not my. I mean, I think that's cool.
Yeah. Metroid gets free updates. There's a dreadful mode, or dread mode, I guess. I mean, it's kind of dreadful. Dread mode and rookie modes. So either a easier mode. There's also going to be a boss rush that comes out, and dread mode is where it's just one hit and you're dead. So that's going to be horrible, especially for a certain fight in that game. I never beat that game, but like there was a certain fight where I kept dying, and it's very impossible to dodge anything. So I can't
Well, now
imagine.
they're gonna have a rookie mode, so you should be able to go and just be like, bam.
I guess that's true too. Yeah, the other way around it, but yeah,
I will play it then because I tried playing it a couple times. I'm like, I don't. This is hard. This is really hard.
yeah, it's definitely a hard game. Kirby and the Forgotten Lands, they showed off mouthful mode where Kirby can't digest certain things. So instead, he just has his mouth over it. Um, so there was like a car, there was like a cone,
A
he get
vending machine.
water, yeah, vending machine. Um, and yeah, this was very interesting. This game looks very fun. I'm hoping that it runs in a better frame rate than the previous one, just because like the previous one ran in 30 frames and it shouldn't have. It just looked very choppy, especially because the game is very pretty. Like Kirby games are always look very good. Um, yeah, this comes out March 25th, so this is very soon. I'm looking forward to it. Um, yeah, Kirby's awesome. Next one here. This was the spoiler, I guess, earlier for what I've been playing. Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings were added to the Nintendo Switch Online. So, Earthbound's obviously Earthbound, Super Nintendo RPG, cult classic, very expensive Super Nintendo game. Earthbound Beginnings, game that was never released here, but was technically localized, and everything. Um, yeah, I've been playing Earthbound Beginnings a little bit. Following a guide too, because it's very the encounter rate is obnoxiously annoying. Like you take a step and then it's there's the fight. And then you do the fight and then you take another step. You could just be in another fight immediately. But
That's like so much fun.
once I did some grinding though, then I started killing everything really fast. And I was like, this isn't that bad. And I'm gaining levels by doing this. But yeah, I'm not too far into it, but it's yeah, I'm interested in playing more, especially because of our last news story here in a second. Um, but yeah, Earthbound Beginnings and Earthbound, check them out now if you have Nintendo Switch Online, even just the regular Nintendo Switch Online. You get that for free, I guess. So Advance Wars, the thing that you want. Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot camp. It comes out April 8th. It got delayed, but it's coming out. Not too much was shown, honestly, because they don't really have to anymore, because they really talked about it more last year, because they thought it was coming out last year.
So without looking it up, how much do you think it's gonna cost? Guesstimate.
See, now you said that, now I'm going to say 60, but what I would have said is probably 40 or 50.
It's $60. $59.99. I'm hoping they do a physical copy and not just digital.
Yeah.
I really hope they do. I have not seen one yet.
If it is digital only and it's $60, that's ridiculous. That should be cheaper then.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So, but yeah, it's gonna. I was on the Nintendo shop. It's $59.99 right now. Now, hopefully, it comes out and there's a physical copy.
Yeah.
But right now, that's all they got.
Yeah. All right. So next one we got here is Live a Live. Comes out over here for the first time. JRPG that yeah, was never released over here. It's HD 2D game. It's like with like Octopath Traveler with the style. But yeah, this is a really cool way to remake a game and make it awesome. I don't understand any of my ads today. They're just like catch all. Like, what are these? They're like, who are you at all? But anyway, Yeah, so Live a Live looks really cool. I don't know. Like this is one game where I was like, oh, this actually looks really awesome. I'm gonna buy this.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it looked really good as well. I'm not gonna buy it, but it definitely did look really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I might wait and let you play it, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, this is really cool."
Yeah, for sure.
And not to go on a little bit of tangent. Advance Wars 1 and 2 is a physical copy
Okay.
because it's like so that it is physical because like Target has it, Best Buy has it, GameStop has it. So
All right. Well, I'm gonna switch over back to that because these ads are really annoying me. So now you guys don't get to see anything. I'm sorry. Um,
there's a lot. There's a ton of stuff on here.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. But anyway, um, let's see. So yeah, Portal 1 and 2, MLB The Show, Star Wars The Force Unleashed is coming out. Force Unleashed seems to be just the Wii version, which I was like, why does this look so bad? Oh, it's the Wii
Yeah,
version.
yeah, I saw that and I was like,
I'm kind of
why?
upset because I've never played Star Wars Force Unleashed. I was like, oh, I can play this. No.
My son played both of them, loved them. But out of all the versions to pick, why would you pick that version?
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know. I don't know why, but that's just
they
a
did that with the other ones as well. So
yeah, I guess so. Let me pull this up here. Okay, Disney Speedstorm Racing. It's a free to play racer. It's coming out here soon. I don't know. It's Disney Infinity type characters, and they're doing go kart racing.
yeah,
Yeah, I honestly, it looked okay, and then they said it was free to play, and I was like, oh, this isn't gonna be good. So I just kind of stopped. No Man's Sky. We talked about that earlier. It's coming to Nintendo Switch, and it's not a cloud version.
really.
So yeah, it's the actual version. They didn't say cloud anywhere. Um, so yeah, I'm very excited for that. I mean, Sky is a really fun game, so I'm excited for people to play more of that game. Klonoa, Door to the Phanto Mile, and Klonoa 2. I'm not gonna say the rest of that because I can't say it. Make their way to Nintendo Switch in July. Um, yeah, so
You talk
Klonoa.
about you
Hmm?
talk about some expensive games. Those are like if you had the physical ones of those, they're
Klonoa
super
2 is
expensive.
really expensive, I know for sure.
Yeah,
I keep almost buying it when I see it. Uh, but yeah, and supposedly there was like a Wii version of the first one. It's not a remake of that; it's a remake of the PS1 version as
okay.
well. So like they look different. So it's yeah, the original 1 and 2. So take a look out for that platformers. When I was a kid, I never played these games before, but when I was a kid, I always saw Klonoa and I immediately thought Sonic the Hedgehog because it looks very Sonic the Hedgehog. Um, by character design and stuff.
Good
And
games though. I
yeah,
played the first one and never played the second one. They're really good games.
I have the first one on my PS3. Um, I downloaded it back when we thought that the PS3 PSM was gonna die. So yeah, that's it's one of the things that I downloaded. Let's see here. We're still going through all these games here. There's so much to do. I'm just gonna bullet through them as fast as I can. Taiko Drums, Taiko no Tachijin. It's coming out. It also has a pass thing, subscribe pass, which is really cool. Where you can pay money and you just get access to like 500 songs, which is really awesome for me because I played the previous Taiko game. And I've spent a lot of money on DLC songs so I can play all my dumb anime songs. So yeah, just having a way to just pay a pass for when I want to play and just get access to all the songs. That's awesome. I don't know how much it is, but it's like it. I don't know, but it is coming out on other consoles as well. But they talk about Cuphead a little bit, June 30th for that DLC. Assassin's Creed Ezio Collections coming out this week, so take a look for that. They talk about Kingdom Hearts cloud version, Integrum Masterpiece for cloud, and it's already out right now. There's demos for it. I've heard it can play well if you have really, really good internet, but if you have anything below 200, maybe below 500, it doesn't run well. So you better be really close to your router or have it plugged in or something, because oh boy, it's a cloud version.
That was gonna happen.
Yeah. SD Gundam, it's coming out. Getsu Fumaden, roguelike game, look kind of cool. There are even more games that are coming out. They showed Demon Slayer, 2 Point Campus again, Zombie Army 4, Lego Brawls, which I didn't know was a thing. They kind of showed it a little bit, and it just looked like Smash Bros, but with Legos. Yeah, so that was interesting there. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things in this direct. I would say overall, 40 minutes. There's a lot of really good stuff in this, and definitely worth your time. For a while, I would say, directs have been very good about just like everything about what they do and how they present stuff. So even if it's something that you don't really care about, they seem to do. They seem to do well. They seem to do well with the presentation enough to where you're just like, oh, okay, you know that we don't care about this game, so you're just gonna go really quick on it. That's awesome. Or they take their time with like the Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings thing. Now, I want to ask you, because was this one of my? No, it wasn't a. It wasn't a thing because I wasn't that bold. I thought it was one of my predictions. Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings were shown to come out on the Nintendo Switch console this year, and they already have. Do you think we're getting Mother 3 this year? Signs are pointing to yes, or at least some sort of announcement. Because why would you just drop Earthbound, both of those, Mother and Mother 2, just nowhere out of nowhere? I feel like that would have been a SNES game that would have come out much earlier because they own those games. It's not like it's not like they have to go and do some weird licensing thing for the most part. Because I think they own Ape or whatever who did it too. So yeah.
I mean, I will tell you, I know these are your games, and we talk about it all the time, and like they're gonna come, and we always joked about it. But and Earthbound coming to the Super Nintendo, sure, but the one for the NES, I never would have seen that coming.
It's come out before on Wii U, and they made a big deal about it there, but then coming out again just out of the blue. Mother 1 and 2 are out now, and how Shigesato Itoi was referencing and kind of hinting at Mother and stuff, and being like, oh, the Nintendo Direct, something about snow, and then posting pictures of Earth. Yeah.
And I will tell you this, I would not bet against someone that had that bet with that, because at this point, like I feel like anything that we think we automatically know, when we think they're gonna go straight, they make a right.
Mm-hmm.
I would have not seen those coming, especially for the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo. I felt like they've been done for those because now they're working on the plus side. So, now I will tell you, I have tried to play Earthbound. It is a difficult game. It's if you don't have a guide, it's very hard to understand what's going on sometimes.
Yeah.
But I admire it for what it is. So I mean, they had a Nintendo Power that smelled bad. So
that's the problem with Earthbound, is that they marketed it so poorly. They're like, this game stinks. Yeah, but it's actually a good game.
But if you look, it is also on a collector's list high up there, and like to have it, even just the cartridge is expensive, let alone in box complete.
Well, in box it came with the guide. That's the reason why it's so expensive, I feel. Because there are probably less of them made because of that. But
I mean,
yeah,
if you would have told me this before, I'd have been like, "Nah, that would never happen." I don't know anymore.
I've heard.
I would not bet against it.
So when this happened and you saw all that, I immediately thought like, oh, cool. Oh, are we getting Mother 3? And then it didn't happen because they went like backwards and stuff. Like they showed everything and then they kind of just stopped. But friend of the show said Mother 3 would probably be more of an E3 announcement, and that's true. If it is happening.
I think there's a very large following that as everyone doesn't really think about. And I think that is like a cult classic that people have been wanting for a year. And I think if it wasn't such a big game, then people wouldn't have tried to localize it.
Yeah.
People don't just localize a game because it's like, oh, I just want to localize this. It's a lot of hard work. And, you know, this game being one that people have tried to localize, I think I think we will see it before end of the year.
I mean, there's
I think,
that fan patch. That's how I played it, and it's amazing. I
yeah,
own a copy of it on Game Boy Advance in Japanese. I own Mother 1 Plus 2 for Game Boy Advance. So I own the trilogy because it's expensive for the other games. Honestly, Mother 2 just by itself is expensive
yeah,
because of people here. They're not. It's not super expensive. Like it's in like the 60s, maybe a little higher range, but um, it's more affordable for sure than Earthbound. Um, but yeah, overall, great Nintendo Direct. Looking forward to all these games and stuff. I have one more news story here. I don't know if you took a look at that, but I'd like to show off this a little bit. I watched this video yesterday, and I quote tweeted it with the creators of it, Curiomatic, and they immediately liked the tweet. So I want because I told them basically that this thing seems like it was made with a lot of love, and that I'll definitely be talking about it on the podcast this week. So I have to hold up my end of the bargain. We are talking about this Mother 3. Welcome to the world of Mother 3 by Curiomatic. They say immediately, the following is a fan tribute and does not represent an actual game in development. So they're not, so
yeah,
people don't cancel them or whatever, or so like so Nintendo doesn't cancel it, I guess. Because this
that is
was,
Nintendo's MO.
yeah. It doesn't say when it was released. That's kind of weird. Normally, I thought it said like the date of when
Yeah,
certain
normally,
videos. I think this
yeah,
came out yesterday,
okay,
um, on Valentine's Day. So this is actual. It's not an actual game. It's a fan thing. I'm just kind of showing off a little bit here, at least to Ben, because I don't think you've watched it. Um, I'm just gonna skip a little bit, and you can see on Twitter, you can see on Curiomatic's thing. It's just basically a recreation of Mother 3, but it's how we want it to look. This is amazing. It looks like claymation, similar like how Earthbound stuff looked. It looks like what you would want a Mother 3 game to look like
I mean,
for a remake. Like, look at that.
yeah, I mean, there's so much effort that's put into this.
You can clearly tell it's just an animation, though, because, like, a game, I mean, I guess games could look this good now. I don't think a game on Nintendo Switch would look this good necessarily. And this is the thing that I was saying to someone earlier yesterday or today, that I if they do remake Mother 3, I'm going to be comparing it to this video now because this video looks amazing.
Yeah,
Um it's just a trailer for Mother 3 and it looks really good. It does things like the game does cutscenes. It even looks like you're playing it a little bit. The battles look really cool. Um like it I really wish that this was a real game. It's not.
I mean, the people that did this, they took that time and effort to do this. This is crazy amount of work. I mean, I am not a Mother Free 3 fan. I've never really played it, but this was a lot of work put into it, and it shows just so much.
Yeah, there's just so much stuff here. Everything was remade because there are no real assets of this. I watched a little bit of some of the stuff that they talked about here, and Earthbound or Mother 3 only really had sprites and that's it. There were no real like claymation stuff for them. So they kind of just had to make that on their own. But yeah, I I am very excited for this. And yeah, it's Mother 3. That's what it
That
is.
is
It's Mother 3, but they're imagining if a remake happens and then yeah, it goes for about 3 minutes and 27 seconds, and then the rest of the couple minutes there, um, is just credits because there's just a lot of credits here of
what
like directors and stuff like that for animation, 3D artists and stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to say because we did talk about Earthbound Beginnings. This trailer came out and it's amazing. It made me feel emotions. Um, I want Mother 3. I want Mother 3 more than ever this year. This is the year Mother 3.
I mean, like I said, seeing those games being released, I would have not said anything like, "No, it's not happening." I mean, I don't even know anymore. We'll have to wait and see at E3. I think if this 40-minute presentation was better than half of the other ones that Xbox has done and Sony have done this year. And if this is what they're going to do for their E3 presentation, I think we're just going to have a blockbuster year.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was kind of mediocre, to be honest.
Yeah.
So sure they got to bring it. So this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Um, but yeah, kind of just want to end it off with that. So I guess my our plugs for other content are shout out of the week. I like to shout out Curiomatic. If you're okay with that, go
Yeah.
ahead and go to Curiomatic's YouTube channel. It's a group of people who do cool things here. I want to stop all this. Like, there's a bunch of videos here. If you're on the audio, if you're on the video YouTube, they did like yeah, how they recreated stuff. They do like the little dance. They talk about Snowboard Kids 3. Like, if they made Snowboard Kids 3, they talk about Bomberman Hero. They make stuff that I love. I've never heard of these people before until yesterday. I feel like I've talked to you about Bomberman Hero. I love Bomberman Hero. That's my favorite Bomberman game. I love Snowboard Kids and Snowboard Kids 2. Yeah, they're just remaking a bunch of cool things here, whether it's remixes of songs, assets, and stuff. And I think if you scroll down a bit, because they did a lot of stuff from like years ago, I think they were the people who did the Rayman leak, like the fake Rayman leak a long time ago. Um, where they like were like Rayman's in Smash Bros. Wii U, or something like that. And yeah, so go ahead and check them out. There's a lot of good content on here, as well as just like developer type commentary of like how they do certain things and how they made certain stuff. But yeah, for sure. Take a look at that. Find us on Facebook and Twitter, as well as YouTube, as you're seeing there. I accidentally shook the stuff, so nothing. Okay, you guys are all back. I don't know if it's if anything disappeared for anyone, but I apparently moved one of my things too far. And you know how like Microsoft, if you shake something, it removes everything. So
Yeah.
everything went down. So the video might have gone black for a second, but we're back. And yeah, check us out on Facebook. Check us out on YouTube, as you can see here, youtube.com/GetAtGaming. Or actually, no, youtube.com, search for Get Gaming. We hope to be youtube.com/Get Gaming someday. Yeah, Twitter, Facebook, podcast services. We release every Wednesday in the morning. And then on Fridays for the video on YouTube in the morning. I have the YouTube video. I don't know the exact time that stuff comes up, to be honest. But as far as the YouTube videos, they come up Wednesday, or they come up Friday mornings at 10 a.m. That's why I have them scheduled out to go. So I would say just check 10 a.m. for both of these. on Wednesdays and Fridays, and see if we're up there. But yeah, do you have anything else to say to all these lovely people today, Ben?
Nothing but get at it.
Get at it.